Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi everyone, we are from Group 6. Now we will explain about acknowledging the payment. Did you curious with our member presentation? If so, let's check this out.
Let me introduce myself. My name is Rakil Jayani alias Safira. NIM 71014199294.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Erin Apriliani Putri, NIM 71014199296.
My name is Kusnia Anjasari, NIM 71014199298.
Hi everyone, my name is Tera Kristianisa, NIM 71014192999. I'm from Group 6.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Debbie Wulandari. I am from Group 6.
Context of presentation. 1. Definition letter acknowledgment. 2. Part of the letter. 3. Process. 4. Sample. 5. Tips and 6. Type of payment. Definition. Letter acknowledging. A letter acknowledging an overdue payment is a formal letter written to inform an individual that the payment made by him was received. After it being passed, it is due date. Also, the date and time of the company paying the amount are given in the letter. Such letters are basically acknowledgement letters that let the person know there has been no confusion or mix-up with the overdue payment.
Parts of the letter. 1 is a letterhead, consists of logo, name of the company, address, and email or telephone. Next is date, the date on which letter is written. And next is name and address of the purchaser, the name and address of the person or company to whom you are addressing the letter. Next is subject. The subject will talk about what was acknowledged, and it can be replaced by reference to a previous case or invoice number. Next is body. The body of the letter can start with dear, sir, or madam. Or if you know the person name, write down the last name of the person. And the last one is closing. Closing line will be about how the firm wishes to do further business with the recipient. And the letter with a standard closing such as sincerely, name, and signature. Next is phrases. A phrase is a group of words that express a concept and used as a unit within a sentence. For example, the opening, "Thank you for your letter of blah blah blah." Describing action, our bank has advised us that they have received the amount of blah blah blah. And closing, we enclose our official receipt and hope you will be satisfied with the goods we sent.
I explained to you about sample letter. Following is acknowledgement for payment of overdue balance. Section is number 1, letterhead. Example from Yebank Chennai. Section 2, deadline. Example, July 20. Inside address, example to blah blah blah. Next section is subject line. Subject line is payment received. Next salutation is there Mrs. Abigail Matthew. Opening paragraph, you will be pleased to know that your monthly blah 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 is next. Description action, we understand that there may have been blah blah blah. And ending paragraph, we are sorry for any blah blah blah. Is last complimentary clause include regards your sincerely and etc., and the next signature. Tips to write a letter of acknowledgment for payment of overdue balance is number 1. Always understand that unless it's a habit with the customer, there can always have been some emergency that might have threatened the individual from paying the money. Therefore, be compassionate and make it clear to the customer that you understand. Number 2, at the same time, try to make the customer understand that this isn't the way in which a company is run and that sometimes even the customers have some debts which they have to accomplish, which paying up on time is one. Number 3, the letter must contain all details of the customer account to avoid confusion. Last number, the letter must, on a positive note, encourage the customer to make payment on time.
Now I will explain about term of payment. Term of payment is a condition of payment made by the supplier or vendor to the customer, or it can also be said that the term of the payment is a provision for payment made by the sellers to the buyer.
The types of payment. First, cash in advance. This method of payment is that the buyer sends an amount of money to the seller, after which the seller will send the goods. Second, net the dice. Term of payment net the dice, meaning the buyer will pay a maximum of the dice after receipt of the goods. Next, cash on delivery. The seller brings the goods to the buyer. At the time, the seller surrenders the goods, and at the same time, the buyer submits payment. And the last, net EOM the dice. EOM is short for end of month. Term of payment EOM the dice, meaning payment will be made a maximum of the dice after the end of the month.
Thank you everyone, you all ready to watching our group presentation. If we have a mistake, we apologize. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.